Next we are taking oxides. Oxides are of four types. First one we are taking basic oxides. Oxides can be simple like magnesium oxide, aluminum oxide or mixed oxide like Pb3O4, Fe3O4. Simple oxides can be classified on the basis of acidic, basic or amphoteric character. Those oxides which form a base by reaction with water are known as basic oxides. For example, sodium oxide, calcium oxide, barium oxides. Calcium oxide reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide, which is also called slaked lime. And clear solution of calcium hydroxide in water is called lime water, used for testing sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide. Sodium oxide dissolves in water forming sodium hydroxide, which is called caustic soda. Barium oxide reacts with water to form barium hydroxide, which is a strong base like sodium hydroxide. Basic oxides also combine with acids or acidic oxide to form salt. For example, copper oxide, which is black in color, reacts with H2SO4 to form blue colored copper sulfate solution plus water is formed. Ferrous oxide reacts with H2SO4 to form pale green color FeSO4 plus water is formed. Barium oxide reacts with H2SO4 to form white precipitate of BaSO4 plus water. Barium sulfate is insoluble in water. Barium oxide also reacts with hydrochloric acid to form barium chloride solution, which is soluble in water plus H2O. Lead oxide reacts with SO3 to form PbSO4, which is insoluble in water and white in color. Let's take up acidic oxide. Non-metals react with oxygen to mostly form acidic oxide. First oxide we are taking carbon dioxide, which dissolves in water forming carbonic acid. So all the cold drinks contain carbonic acid. Sulfur trioxide, when dissolved in water, it gives sulfuric acid, but this reaction is highly exothermic and beyond control. N2O5 is anhydride of nitric acid. So N2O5 when dissolved in water, it gives nitric acid. Similarly, sulfur trioxide is anhydride of sulfuric acid. N2O3 plus water, N2O3 is bluish in color. It dissolves in water forming nitrous acid. N2O3 is anhydride of nitrous acid. P4O6, which is dimer of P2O3, dissolves in water forming phosphorus acid. PF4O10, which is dimer of P2O5, dissolved in water forming phosphoric acid. So P2O5 is anhydride of phosphoric acid and P2O3 is anhydride of phosphorus acid. Cl2O7 is chlorine heptaoxide, which dissolves in water and forms perchloric acid. HClO4 is called perchloric acid and it is strongest acid, even stronger than sulfuric acid. SnO2 dissolves in water forming stannic acid, H2SnO3. It is also called metastannic acid. Mn2O7, in which manganese is in highest oxidation state, although manganese is metal, but in highest oxidation state it forms manganic acid after dissolving in water, HMnO4. Formula is similar to KMnO4. CrO3 when dissolved in water, it gives H2CrO4. NO2 is a mixed anhydride. So NO2 dissolves in water forming nitrous and nitric acid. Why it is mixed anhydride? Because here oxidation state is +4 and nitrous acid has +3 and nitric acid has +5. So +4 is average of +3 and +5. And we don't have any oxy acids in +4 oxidation state. That's why it is mixed anhydride of nitrous and nitric acid. This reaction is also called disproportionation reaction because +4 oxidation state is increasing to +5 as well as decreasing to +3. Similarly, P4O8, which is dimer of P2O4, dissolves in water forming phosphorus and phosphoric acid. So it is mixed anhydride of phosphorus acid and phosphoric acid. Oxidation state of phosphorus is 4 here, and which is getting disproportionation reaction to +3 and +5. Silicon dioxide dissolves in NaOH to form sodium silicate plus water. That is the reason that caustic soda should never be kept in glass bottles because glass contains silica which will react with NaOH to form sodium silicate. B2O3 is acidic oxide, reacts with 6 moles of NaOH to form sodium borate plus 3 water is formed. P4O10 when reacts with 12 moles of NaOH, it will form sodium phosphate plus 6 water is formed. And silicon dioxide when reacts with calcium oxide, it forms calcium silicate. Calcium silicate is a slag which is formed in extraction of iron. It floats over iron and prevents oxidation of iron and can be easily removed. Next, we are taking amphoteric oxides. Those oxides which are acidic as well as basic are called amphoteric oxide. These metallic oxides exhibit dual nature and they are called amphoteric oxides. They react with acids as well as alkalis. For example, aluminium trioxide is an amphoteric oxide which reacts with acidic as well as acids as well as alkalis. We are exemplifying with the help of reaction. Al2O3 reacts with 6 moles of HCl. In presence of 9 moles of water, it forms a complex compound AlH2O 6 times. 3 positive is the charge. 2 moles of this complex ion is formed plus 6 chloride ions are formed. Al2O3 will react with 6 NaOH plus 3 water and this complex is formed Na3AlOH whole 6. It is sodium hexahydroxyaluminate 3. That is the IUPAC name of this complex. Zinc oxide reacts with 2 NaOH to form sodium zincate plus water. Zinc oxide reacts with 2 HCl to give zinc ZnCl2 plus water. This shows that zinc oxide is also amphoteric oxide. PbO is another example of amphoteric oxide. It reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium plumbite plus water. PbO reacts with 2 moles of HCl to form PbCl2 plus water. There are some oxides which are neither acidic nor basic. Such oxides are known as neutral oxide. Examples are carbon monoxide, nitrogen monoxide, N2O. These are insoluble in water and they do not react with acids as well as bases. Compound or mixed oxides, Pb3O4 is mixed oxide. It is plumbous plumbic oxide or lead-2 oxide and lead-4 oxide. Fe3O4 is ferrous ferric oxide, Fe2 oxide and Fe3O oxide. Similarly, Mn3O4 is mixed oxide. It is a manganous oxide and manganic oxide, Mn plus 2 oxide and Mn plus 4 oxide. Next, we are taking ozone. Ozone is an allotrope of oxygen. It is very reactive and cannot remain in atmosphere for a long time. At a height of 20 kilometers, it is formed from the atmospheric oxygen in the presence of ultraviolet light which is obtained from sunlight. Ozone layer protects the Earth's surface from the excessive concentration of ultraviolet light which if reaches out in atmosphere or Earth, it may cause skin cancer. Preparation of ozone: when a slow dry stream of oxygen is passed through a silent electric discharge. Silent electric discharge means sparkless, because if it is not sparkless then it will get decomposed. Conversion of oxygen to ozone is 10% and the product is mixture of oxygen and ozone. We call it ozonized oxygen. Delta H is plus 142 kilojoules per mole, which clearly shows that the process is endothermic. Since the formation of ozone from oxygen is an endothermic process, it is necessary to use silent electric discharge in its preparation so as to prevent its decomposition. Another point is important: because the process is endothermic, it means ozone is highly unstable. It is highly reactive and powerful oxidizing agent. If concentration of ozone greater than 10% are required, a battery of ozonizers can be used and a pure oxygen with boiling point 385 Kelvin can be considered condensed in a vessel surrounded by oxygen. Physical properties: pure oxygen is a pale blue gas, dark blue liquid and violet black solid. That its color changes with the physical state because van der Waals force of attraction increases and they have absorb different wavelengths from light and radiate complementary color. Ozone has characteristic smell whereas oxygen is odorless and in small concentration it is harmless. However, if concentration rises above the 100 parts per million, that is ppm, breathing becomes uncomfortable resulting in headache and nausea. It's heavier than air because molecular weight is 48. It's slightly soluble in water, but more soluble in organic solvents like turpentine oil, glacial acetic acid, or carbon tetrachloride. Oxygen is paramagnetic in nature, whereas ozone is diamagnetic in nature because it does not have unpaired electrons.